Why would professional anglers select the Bassmaster Elites over the BPT, or vice versa? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog. If you're new, my name is Steve Chapman. Have you ever wondered why younger anglers choose attempting to qualify to the Elites versus the BPT, or the BPT over the Elites? Both have their advantages and disadvantages. Some have drawbacks and many more. And let's forget about the split that happened 7 years ago. Let's think about this if you were new, younger, had the money, had the sponsors, and had the opportunity to either go into the BPT or the Elites. Which one would you choose and why? We're going to look at the pros and the cons to both sides of this debate. And by all means, comment and tell me what you think while this is going on. Now let's set the standards. Remember, the Elites allow about 100 to 102 anglers into their tournament series every year. They have 10 or 12 new anglers that come from the Opens and the EQs that qualify. The BPT has 50 anglers as of next year on the 2026 season. They only allow 5 anglers in from the invitationals or the pro circuit. It is a much more elite crowd on the BPT versus the Elite. That's not taking any shots at anybody. That's just being honest. There is dead weight on BPT, but there's a lot more dead weight on the Elites. But the Elites have the Classic, the greatest tournament on earth. The BPT has the Red Crest, the heavy hitters, and the team trail. The BPT also has much better payouts, but the Elites only have a $10,000 entry fee versus almost $42,000 or $44,000 for the BPT. Qualifying for the Classic probably brings an angler $5,000 versus the Red Crest, which is free, probably a little bit more than the payout for the Classic. You get heavy hitters. If you qualify for heavy hitters, there's a lot of money in that. And the team trail. You have to take all of it and put it all together and see what it encompasses and then decide on which one, the one that you think you can qualify for. And you have to use those extra entry fees that don't cost you anything to make as much money as possible. Sponsorships might pay you the most, but those extra checks or their extra cashes really helps make the anglers perform better and also takes the stress and the weight off their shoulders. On the BPT, we have catch, weigh, and release, and every scoreable bass counts, where 5 fish go across the stage for the Elites. Now it's 2 leagues, 2 completely different formats, and 1 massive decision for professional anglers. Do you chase the history of being on a Bassmaster Elite or take the money and innovation of the Bass Pro Tour? Let's break down why some anglers go one way and while other anglers go the other way. Now, when you think of professional bass fishing, Bassmaster is what most fans immediately think of. Why? Because the Elites carry tradition, they carry history, and they carry the one title every angler craves. The Classic, the Bassmaster Classic, the Super Bowl of fishing, the greatest fishing tournament there is anywhere. The Classic brings you legacy. It builds your brand. It is what everyone wants to win. Now, the format on the Elites is that they bring in their 5 biggest fish every day. It's simple, it's clean, it's relatable. And why is it that way? It's the style of fishing that most weekend warriors do. Add in Angler of the Year title. That's been won by legends like Kevin Van Dam and Skeet Reese and Brandon Palaniuk. And you can see why some anglers crave their names etched in that same history book. And for sponsors, Bassmaster Live and the coverage on Fox Sports can still deliver the biggest eyeballs in fishing. Winning a Classic or Angler of the Year title can literally change an angler's career overnight. And then there's the Bass Pro Tour, the new school built by anglers for anglers. Instead of just weighing in fish, every scoreable bass counts. And that means more action nonstop during their tournaments. More fish catches and more camera time for those anglers. And if you're the kind of angler who can grind and catch numbers all day, the BPT format is right in your wheelhouse and one of your strengths. Now, not every angler likes that. There have been anglers that were with BPT and moved back over to the Elites because they didn't like the format. They didn't like every fish counts, which is understandable. But from a fan's perspective, every fish counts means more action for us to see fishing, more action for us to enjoy the production quality that the BPT puts out. And the BPT has the largest entry fees, but also the biggest payouts and the most payouts. And the BPT leans heavy into TV and streaming coverage. Discovery Channel, Outdoor Channel, and MLF Now offer all anglers or all fans an opportunity to watch it in different places, which means sponsors can get more exposure per event. What is the trade-off though? With the Elites, you're chasing legacy and the Classic, the Angler of the Year, and the prestige behind the Bassmaster brand. With the BPT and the Bass Pro Tour, you're chasing a modern, innovative system that puts more fish on camera and a lot more money in your pocketbook. It's old school versus new school. It's big bass versus a numbers game, and it's tradition versus innovation. So what side would you pick? If you're new to fishing and you had an opportunity to go down which road, would you go left or would you go right? The legacy of the Elites or the new wave of the Bass Pro Tour? Drop a comment below and let me know where you'd fish and why if you were going to be a professional next year in 2026. Thanks to all the new subscribers and members and everyone who's interactive on this channel. I really appreciate it. Like I've said, it's a rough time and you guys have made it so much better with the love and support that you've shown me really recently. So thank you. If you're not a subscriber though, you should be. It's quick, easy, and it's free. All you gotta do is hit that button, click that like button, and also if you want to do me a favor, click that notification bell so you know when the next video drops. And thank you. Remember, take your kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.